Welcome to What Happened This Week, episode .5, Hood Banter.
It's a portal. Neptune's in Mercury. This is the time for manifestation.
Oh, Jesus. Oh,
you want to manifest any words you speak. You can call me Jesus anytime.
Oh my God.
I think it's a little weird.
The worst part about that is, Gil, I said gay. I don't want to manifest gay. No.
Well, now you did.
Yeah.
You better negatory that. Anything you speak, mind your words. What you speak will become.
Is it because is it something in the universe like a planet aligned with Jupiter?
Yeah, Neptune is
he
in
manifested
Aries
himself
right
last
now.
night, little shit.
And the portal is when you have that time to manifest.
And we have no Aquarius in the whole fucking project.
Well, everything's all up in there, you see. The planets go to different signs. They might be in signs.
I believe in Aquarius.
This guy.
But Uranus is nowhere to be found.
No way to be found. Well, I found it. Right here.
No, I hope you didn't.
What happened this week? Where would we go in?
Well, we had the wedding.
We had the wedding, which was amazing, and I cried my eyes out.
You did, and I have to share. I have a story to share about that.
Well, go ahead.
Okay, so it was the most beautiful wedding.
It was beautiful,
right?
And
she was beautiful. Everything was amazing. And I will tell you though, we went to go sit down on a bench, and Favorite was like, "Ooh, a bench." I'm like, "Yeah, a bench." And he touches it, and all this pollen, right? He's like, "Ew." And so his hands are all sticking. We don't have time for him to go wash his hands. I'm like, "Let's go sit down."
Where is this?
Favorite.
Okay.
So we sit down in the benches. And so we sit down. I'm with Favorite and his now fiance.
Yeah.
And we sit down, and he's like, "Gina, do you have a wife?" Because he's used to his mother.
Yes, I do have a wife.
His mother, who normally has everything in her damn purse, right? Anything you need, it's in there. And I was like, "Well, I have a vagina wipe."
It's a
I was like, I mean, he's like, "Do you want it?" And he's like,
vagina, probably not.
He's like, "Okay, it's just an individual package." So he takes it out and he's wiping, and then I'm giggling and I'm like, "Hey, are you pH balanced now?" You know, we're sort of laughing.
And he started passing this vagina wipe. I was like, I want to see it. I don't know what a vagina wipe looks like.
It looks like a wet wipe. And his mom turns around and she's like, "What's going on?" And she's chewing her neck up. "What's going on?" And he's like, "Gina gave me a vagina wipe." And she's like, "Gina!" And I'm like, "What?" Yeah, he made that choice.
And just like her.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Damn thing is a freaking
And I told
diaper
her,
wipe.
not only that, it's his hands are now pH balanced. I carry them with me everywhere because when we're out on the boat.
I knew if anybody would carry them with them, it was going to be you.
Right. Well, also when I'm on the boat, I use my little Chiwi peacock thing. And you gotta cleanse that. I mean, you can air dry it, but it ain't exciting. But
I don't have dick wipes. I don't carry around dick wipes.
they do have those. They're called dude wipes.
You don't have a purse. You'd be amazed at what you will carry with you if you actually.
Oh my God, I'm gonna get you a man purse.
Yeah, a man purse with some
dick
dick
wipes.
wipes. It's always good.
They make them called dude wipes.
That's what I just said, dude wipes. I mean, if that's what you want to call it, that's fine. That's cute. Ew.
But it was funny when she was coming down and she started crying towards me. And she looked at me. Oh my God, I broke down.
She was just holding it in her little lip thing. When she did a little lip, I was like,
yeah, that's what
I
was starting when we did the blessing of the rings in honor of her dad.
Yeah,
But when I saw Gabriel walking her down the aisle,
because her dad is passed.
I totally lost it.
That was pretty.
I lost it 2 or 3 times. When they were saying their vows, I couldn't hear it, but I seen everybody start crying, so I just started crying.
Maybe you do need a vagina wipe.
I might need a vagina wipe.
So
right now.
We need to put this out to everybody. This is
I hear we left early, and it got more exciting.
Oh, really?
Well, I didn't stay much longer than you guys because I left with Kevin. I mean, I left with Somebody.
Pop and lollipop. Lollipop.
Lollipop.
Lolly and pop.
I left
Nobody
the
caught
lollipop.
that.
I left the lollipop, and we were supposed to bring Favorite with us and Favorite's fiance, but
Oh,
They
they
ended
did.
up
Both of
staying.
them went out.
they ended up staying.
They went
so I
out
don't know
that
what
night.
happened
Yeah,
then.
they all went out. They all
Yeah, he
went
told
out.
me he might do that.
So I probably stayed about 30, 45 minutes after you guys.
Yeah.
It was the timing. It took us so long to get home that just the timing was wrong. We had to leave somewhat early. You know, you wasn't even drinking.
No, well, I had one drink and then I drank the coffee.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't
right.
drink that much either. I drank
Yeah.
like 4 drinks.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a good call. Yeah.
All
And
right.
see,
You let
the
the Army guy
Stephanie was
drive for
fucked
you.
up. The Stephanie was.
Was she?
She was. She did
Oh,
that.
No way.
yeah.
That's
No, no,
Stephanie.
man.
That's Stephanie.
No, not Stephanie.
Weird.
Weird.
I will tell you though, the person who made the wedding cake, he was also a neighbor.
Yes.
One, it was the most beautiful.
It was
in its in its simplistic elegance.
Yes.
And not only that, it was delicious.
Yeah.
I hate to taste a wedding cake, but this was awesome.
I didn't even get a bite, but I wanted one
It was
and I
very
heard
good.
it was
She
good.
did
Yeah.
a great job.
It was
That's
amazing. If
It
you
was-
know anybody that
Who
needs a
was
wedding
the
cake, see neighbor.
Yeah.
Right?
After-
Okay, what else happened?
After the
Yeah,
wedding,
what else we got?
we started planning on the waterway cleanup and everything. That was one thing that we did this
We
week.
did get
Then
the
we
flyers
had a
done.
meeting.
I got the flyers
So
done.
you
Forgot to
take
put
the boat
the.
out running today?
It's part that Chris has done.
Yeah,
They're
okay,
waiting
by the
Oh, that's
way.
right, y'all put it in the water.
Yeah.
With the holes in it.
Hey, Roy.
So we're gonna see if it floats.
We got
Hey.
cameras.
That's exactly the point.
Roy, let
Gotcha.
me share with you. I'm sitting here and I saw some movement on my canal in the backyard. And I smell smoke and see smoke. I'm like, oh, is that Jenna? It wasn't. And I was like, oh, and then I hear some, it's trying to put in reverse, like, I'm like,
And did you still say, is that
I'm like-
Jenna?
yeah, I was like, boat broke down. Someone else is there. And then I kind of dawned on me. I said, that might be the neighbor, the hood
Well,
work boat.
Yeah.
And, well, that's a shit show. I wonder how
I
long
know.
that's going to
But
last.
the reason
It
why
was smoking,
we
smelling oil, like everything.
wanted to smoke.
But it's running.
At 10 o'clock 8 o'clock in the morning, it also takes care of the mosquitoes. as
It's
you're-
multi-purpose.
Yeah, multi-purpose
Yeah,
smoke takes
so-
care of mosquitoes, so
Got
they get bit all over the place.
Okay. And actually,
3 weeks last time for us to see it slow down.
See,
Well, yeah, it's sunk.
It actually.
Wait, what?
It didn't sink. It didn't sink.
it's got holes
But
on
we
it.
had
about
to
two.
we had to run it to get it more plain. But it was
To try to
it
drain
took
out
three,
the
but it was
tunes.
3 weeks, dude. 3 weeks to see it noticeably see it.
So we're
Okay.
waiting for 4 weeks.
So it
now?
didn't.
So
So
you're
you're on
What
a
was
3-week schedule at my sink.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, the water, you see how much
It's
it's
so
flowing in?
high.
It
Yeah.
is, it
That's
has
that
been
south
that
wind.
all day
You know,
long.
it's the highest we've been at
In a
this
long
time.
time.
Not the best time
No.
to, is it the
No,
best time
no,
to do
it-
waterway?
No, for
Cleanup?
what we, because I don't want it to be like 2 years ago where we just take everything down. We're only taking hangovers.
Okay.
And
Only
if we got trees.
Well, there will be plenty of hangovers tomorrow. I can tell you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Because
They'll take themselves
we have some areas where
Yeah.
people can't go with their canopies. They gotta take the canopies down.
Okay.
So that's the main thing we're gonna
Okay.
do.
And then next waterway cleanup, I'm in charge of, and we're gonna grate mine.
Yeah,
I'm fairly
that's-
sure.
You ain't
Come
got
on,
shit
we
going
got
there.
coolers down
You
in
ain't
there.
got no
Oh, we done
Yes,
taken-
we do.
we're not taking things
Yeah.
down.
Yes, we are.
Hey, you got the rich canal. Y'all can pay somebody.
We are going to, yeah. We pay for you by tolerating you.
The Swallowtail
Yeah, you're never coming down this canal.
Footage.
I mean, go slum it on the other
We
street,
turned
okay?
the boards around in your canal, like around.
Okay, let me see how many coolers and sunglasses. When every
Yeah,
time we,
Sunglasses are
every
the
time
problem
we have a
with the canal.
hurricane, all the shit comes right up in here.
Sunglasses are blocking
It's
the
just
canal.
hidden underneath.
Probably the whole bottom.
We need
Wait, are
to
you
scrape
kidding?
it.
Sunglasses are stopping up the
Okay,
canal.
well,
It's
maybe
because
that
the water-
wasn't the most clever
Well, you
example.
I'm gonna go with this. They don't all end up here. What happens is her drunk fucking people in her boat drop their fucking ice chests down. That's how she
That's how
knows
they know
there's
they're
fucking
there.
ice chests there. She goes, oh yeah, it's like 8 ice chests.
And sunglasses.
Yeah, 8 sunglasses. Oh, 8?
I have
How you know 8? because I'm missing.
Hey, how much
Extra.
money you pay me to dive in there and find all that shit?
No, you know what we need? Vonity. We need Vonity to be
Vaughn.
on that one because he will go in.
I wanted to get in touch
Let's do
with
that.
him. I wish I could have got in touch with him.
No, okay, wait.
Vaughn-
I called
Got a heart
Vaughn,
attack.
he's in the hospital, he had a heart
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
Is he
attack. He's
okay?
all right, he's all right. He said
We
he's
talked
all right.
to him. He's okay.
I said, so I guess you can't come to the waterway cleanup tomorrow. He goes, no, Gil.
Well, that's
I
dumb.
said, we love you too. I said, we're out of meeting right now. We'll say a little prayer for you. Everybody close hands.
All right, everybody, prayer. We're gonna
Yeah.
get at
All right.
least 15 seconds. I'll count them. Let's
Let's
go.
just have a little prayer for Vaughn. Hope you feel better, dude. Hope everything works out good. Love you.
And the Uber Eats came to drop off my food.
Oh, he had a good time. He had a good time.
She
Oh,
What a hell of a
she
trip.
had a good time.
Oh, really?
dropped it off at next door neighbor's house.
So you had to run over there naked?
So I come walking out and I see someone walking by and she's like, hi. I'm like, hi. I don't know what's happening. And she's like, it's me. I'm like, oh, what's up? I don't want to say her name. Just 'cause
Yeah.
I don't ask her.
Next door.
And I was like, oh, hey, what's up? Went up and talked to her. And I was like, yeah, we're going to do our podcast tonight. She's like, what's it about? I'm like, the neighborhood. I'm like, there's crazy things. Like one day we had this crazy lady in my driveway asking me
Oh,
for
I
a
had her in my
cigarette.
driveway too.
And she was like, oh my God, it might be the same girl.
Oh.
She came to me, showed up, popped up at my driveway and said, hey, your Jeep looks wet. Do you need some help cleaning it? And she was like, no. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like her. She's like, what was her name? I said, I don't know, but she spelled it out for me.
Yeah.
Because
She spells it out for everybody.
so it was the same
she
girl,
does.
and that was the same day because I came out. Do you all know about
I talked to
What you're
two-
speaking of.
two crazy ladies in the
The one
neighborhood.
that came in your mailbox.
So-
her name.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a different one. So, and I had her
Let's
come to my
watch.
house too.
Right.
But the
Oh.
one I'm talking about, and then we'll talk about that one because that's what happened.
Okay.
So the one is I come walking out. I'm in between meetings because I work remotely, and I come out to take my trash out. It's Thursday or whatever,
Oh.
and there's some woman standing in my driveway, and
Wait,
she's
this
like,
isn't Crazy Big Street.
I'm
It's
like,
Pine
yeah.
Wood. It's not Pine Wood.
so I go and I
Oh, that
kinda-
was Lori.
Yes!
Yes, I know who that is.
Yes! So I walk out and I've never seen her before.
Girl,
And
she was
goes,
under my fucking house.
was she-
Under my house. I'm like, hey, I know you.
Everybody
I
in
met
Pine
you.
Wood.
Like, no, you have no idea who I am. Get the
And
fuck out
and
of
she
here.
did a great job on the sign, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
gold spray paint on the sign on Hollywood.
well,
Oh,
I
that's who did that.
yes. So I was not aware of this
I'll tell you who
person.
she is later.
Yeah, hold on.
She's known in the hood.
So I was not aware of this. And so I walk out and there's this woman standing there. I'm like, I don't know who that is. And I'm just taking my garbage out. I got like 10 minutes before my next meeting. And she's like, hi. And I was like, hi.
I pulled
She's
up
like,
at that time.
what? Because I texted you.
Oh, is that what she
And,
asked you
and,
for a
and she's
smoke?
like, I wanted to have a cigarette with you. And I'm like, I'm
Oh, I got pissed.
Sorry, who are you?
She was staring at me.
who are you?
Yeah.
She's like, my
She
name
gave me
is
the finger as she was
LALRA. I was like, I didn't think you needed to spell it, but thank you.
So you know, I ran her out of the
And then
neighborhood.
she starts telling me, I didn't know that Bob Jones died. And I was like, okay. She's like, I've been in this neighborhood a long time. I'm like, yeah, I don't know about
No,
that.
she owns a house
And-
back there on Pine.
So I started texting. I had my phone on me. I think I was listening to something. So I start texting our mayor, Gil. And I'm like, there's some crazy lady at my driveway right now. He's like, I'll be right there. And I'm like, dude, he could not, dude, he rolled up in 1:30. I was like, thank God. What is this?
You know the messed up part about this?
What is this? And so he talks to her, leaves. I'm like, I gotta go to a meeting. I dip. And so the neighbor I ran into today, she was telling me, I was like, oh, I think that's the same
Oh,
crazy.
no.
Well, we had to decide which
I
crazy
know
it
who that
was.
is.
She got scared when I pulled up.
So-
I said, you don't talk to one more fucking person. in my
Oh
neighborhood."
yeah, well I was
Oh,
like,
well,
okay,
well,
bye. I gotta go to a meeting, and then
Gil,
you text me
She
later.
mentioned
So that second one showed up at my house one day,
But the good
And-
thing,
and
she
I
did
was
have
like,
the same
who's this?
address.
and she's like, "Did you have?" She did.
She did
I
have
mean,
the
it was
same
the
address.
same address number, and she's like, "Did you get my mail?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, who are you?"
Oh, so
She's
this-
like, "Well, I live on
She does. They do have
whatever
the same
road, right?"
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah,
like,
the same number.
yeah, and I was like, what's your name? She tells me, I'm like, no, I haven't seen that. She's telling me about her life. I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Like, this is the non-benefit
Are
of
you
working
sure
from
this-
home. And I
No,
text
not
you, I'm
yours,
like,
not yours. This is not yours.
and
This
I
is
have,
hers.
this is another one. So,
Oh, so we have
and I have
three?
a video,
That's
my
terrifying.
security
We have
cam, and I
two.
send it to
We
you. And
have
I was
three
like,
multiples.
what is
It's
this?
on my back door. Like she had to go. Okay. My
Yeah, we
fence.
have
Oh,
a
wait.
That's
My
what
fence
it's for.
has had a bungee cord on it. My front fence.
Yeah.
So she knocks on my back door and says, "I just want to make sure you're okay. I heard a scream."
What?
I'm like,
Could you
no.
have
Why would
sex
you
or
be
something?
No,
I'd
I was
shut
by
that.
myself. I'm like, I'm fine. We're good. All right. So she closed the door. She leaves. She comes back knocking on there. How do you open your front fence? She came around the back fence from her
We're
dog
going to bite
to
you.
my dog.
She came out on the biting side?
Oh,
Yeah. Because she couldn't figure out how to open the
Oh,
front
wow.
fence.
That's asking to be
That's
shot.
serious.
That's asking to be
That's
shot.
serious.
Yeah,
That's
just one.
serious.
You want
Yeah. I mean, I had my 3-year-old niece out there in the swing set that we put up.
that? Now we're talking about yours.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know you were.
That
And this
wasn't.
woman walks up to me with a bottle of unknown booze under her arm and this thing of food. She says was red beans and rice. I'm like, oh, okay. And she said, hey, you want a shot? But before that, and I'm kind of messing up here.
Yeah, well, that's because
Before
she
that-
was so tongue-tied. She was so beautiful to you that. You
Yeah, you're right. With all the
Wow.
with the
I had to
methamphetamine
mess with
sores
the
all
baby.
over her lips. So she said, I've got hand, foot, and mouth disease. I said, well, stay your ass right
She
there.
did tell me that. I
Yes,
forgot
she
about
did. I
that.
remember
She
that,
did
yeah.
tell me about that.
And I'm like, no, those aren't hand. That's not what that is.
Do you want to share with me?
Do you want some of this red beans and rice? No, I'll pass.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No.
And even the booze,
No.
I didn't even know what she had in her
Yeah.
car. It was
It
obviously.
was probably mouthwash.
She put the bottle.
I have not even noticed
Yeah,
that.
it was the
Have
bottle.
you
Like,
noticed
it looked
that?
like absolute.
I didn't.
I'm pretty sure it was
absolute-
probably a mixture of different, probably different.
But she put it on Bob Jones'
Peroxide
side.
and mouthwash.
That woman,
One good thing that happened today
Yes.
is I met the children of Bob Jones.
Oh, you do?
no kidding,
Yeah.
good.
And how are they? Because I hear that their neighbors,
Well,
the younger new neighbors,
they'll
not
take it.
happy
They-
with all that.
Well, they want to buy it.
Well, they don't like the
They need to
Lack
buy
of
bulldozers.
maintenance.
Of course.
lack of
Well,
maintenance.
I told them, I said, there's one, the oldest of the,
Yeah. Was she
Well,
nice?
she's a little,
Oh.
Right.
And you're signaling Craig?
yeah, correct.
Okay. Craig.
But he said, everybody in the family wants to sell it to
Oh,
The new
really?
neighbors, the new young neighbors.
That would
You
be
young
great.
neighbors,
That
I'm
would
saying
be
that.
great.
Yeah, so hopefully that monstrosity.
You know what? That would be so
Are you
nice.
reading
That's a
the book?
double loss. Rest in peace, Bob.
Rest in
Rest
peace.
in
I
peace.
didn't know him.
So, but he always lived there, and my neighbor,
He's
Anybody
probably
who-
lived here longer than
well,
anybody else in the world.
right?
He sure
And, but
did, yeah.
anybody who's moved in here, my neighbor's an artist, and he would create a painting, and I have one, and you can see this like spiral, and I guess I'll add it to the podcast so everybody
Yeah.
can see what it looks like. And it was his mailbox with the spiral, and
Oh,
so
yeah,
we would
yeah,
always
yeah.
get that painting. JD got one, I got one. Other folks, we don't live on the manga. So when you live on the manga,
Yeah, Bob
Mang-
You don't have
mango.
money.
when you live on the mango,
Is that what you're saying?
you didn't get one. Okay, okay.
Wait, are you going
You know what?
Oliver on the Brady Bunch.
I'm gonna add the Bob Jones. Let's just put it to Bob Jones because I never met him, but I knew he'd been here a while.
didn't met
And when
him?
I moved it, no.
Even
Because
after the
Never met
hurricane,
even after the hurricane,
he came.
he
I never did.
he
I
was
never
trying to
met
get back in
Right.
here with Karen. All that stuff was going
Right.
on, and we'll maybe we'll share with that
Yeah,
next time.
yeah.
But he evacuated, but he lost everything, kind of thing.
He cried.
And-
Everybody that met
yeah,
him
he
in front
couldn't
of
get
his
back
house,
in,
he
Yeah, it
just
was
crying.
awful.
He was just crying.
and then he passed away shortly
Yeah,
thereafter.
right.
Right,
Supreme hoarder.
right.
He-
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean, yeah.
His yard absolutely.
Yes, but you
Hey,
know what?
look
Look, he was just
Like, I
a
couldn't find LED light bulbs,
yeah.
so I went to Bob Jones's house. He stole all the LED
Yeah.
light bulbs.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
LED, like the regular.
Yeah,
yeah. Wow.
No, like they were old light bulbs from until they were real light bulbs.
Well, I feel like
Like
that's
incandescent
stealing, and we
bulbs,
should
you guys-
probably not have that.
It'll burn your fucking hand off.
That's what I did.
Through his house, taking every light bulb out of the fucking thing.
I mean, fair enough. But, hey, I want to bring this back because Chris over here, he moved into the manga.
Oh,
and
he's
he
saying
didn't.
his last name?
Yeah,
Right.
no, I didn't say the last name, but
I was gonna
he's a
say
movie
Chris,
star in the neighborhood. He's
I
a
was
big
gonna say something
deal.
like strawberry.
He's a big deal, and he lives there, and he's one of my best friends, and we're really proud of him and his accomplishments in life works. Yes. He's a movie star, and we get to have that in our neighborhood, which is pretty amazing. But we also get to know him personally as a person, and that's important.
Very
But
important.
he moved in and bought
The thing
a
about
house
that-
2 doors down from me, but he didn't get a painting, and I'm gonna tell you why. And then I think I should end recording after this, and we'll just owe this to the Bob Jones.
Yeah.
But
And then we go in the vault.
eh,
Hey-ho, hey-ho.
hey,
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 hey, hey,
Woo!
hey.